little think around this, and I think it really boils down to three things. I think it's about making the most of your own personal strengths, preferences and attributes, at the same time as effectively getting some upside and leveraging your work ethic, making it visible to people. And then maybe the third thing is delivering on the duties and the expectations of your role. Tools for being sufficiently resilient to move up through management into a leadership position really do come earlier in the operational part of your career, and I would cite both major incident storm response and weekly standby duties as the two key things that help me build enough personal self-confidence in problem solving to be able to move forward with, if you like, an independent mind on what solutions are appropriate in various situations. Well, I think you start life as a team member, and you learn lessons both at work and elsewhere in your sporting life that you bring to bear, that become ever more important at the point where you have some input into the selection of the team itself, whether that's as team captain or as team manager. You have to bring those lessons forward with you, and for me one of the key ones is to play people in the right position to their strengths where possible, and to make sure that you're picking team members who are match fit and they're kept well trained and match fit, so that they are ready to perform when required. In terms of selection, I think there's a simple truism that I'd encourage people to stick to, which would be the most important question in an interview is, can they and will they? So are they competent and able to do the role? And the will they question is, have they got the personal self-motivation to actually be a success in the role? So one of the things that I think I learned empirically down the time here at Northern Power Grid was that if you get an unusual event or a very challenging event, if your own personal performance in that is credible and you're able to contribute to working your way through that event for the best possible outcome, even though it's a challenge, then what you'll find is, I think, the range of opportunities that open up to you in the shadow or the lee of that event is much greater. You find that all of a sudden people want you on their team because you stood up to the test, and I think you just see more opportunities to get more involved in a more interesting range of activities. It just seems to bring its own reward, performing well in storms. People often talk about mind games in sport, and I think there's an element of mind games in any team dynamic, and that the subject of resilience is no different. And I would pick out a key moment for me being the university football situation as a 18-year-old up in Newcastle, when the PE department professor apparently said to the team captain, "I'll picnic when he trains like he plays." And I can't think of anything he could have said that made me try harder than that over the 3 years I was there.